This is the image that I'm usually using on my e-ink devices as a wallpaper, and this is the one that is showing on a Bigme. Like, there is a clear difference, and of course this is just a glitch that sometimes happens, and with one refresh, yeah, this is the thing that I'm talking about. Almost never what's on paper looks in the real life, and that's why I'm doing this video, because these devices, even if on paper and in theory sounds that they are amazing, in reality it's a whole another story. I got this Bigme phone a week ago for two reasons. I wanted to see if it could be the perfect device used only for what you really need. I had these moments like waiting in line when I would automatically take my phone out just to check whatever the algorithm shows me on the social media. And even though that's normal nowadays, in the book Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport, it says that even 1 hour per day on social media slowly fries your brain. And number two, on AliExpress it cost a fortune basically, but I randomly found it on OLX, a Romanian marketplace, for a very low price considering what it offers. So I thought, why not take this chance and see if this rectangle without a backlight can give me more real benefits than the other rectangle with a light, with 60Hz, HDR, AMOLED, contrast, P3 colors. I've used it for 7 days now and I have a pretty good idea what it is. It has this charm, a charm that as always comes with a cost. From day one, the difference hit me hard. I switched from an iPhone Pro Max with a Retina display, P3, HDR, AMOLED, yada yada, to a screen that only mimics color, has low resolution and the slowest refresh rate that I've ever seen on a phone. It was a shock actually, it was hard to get dopamine from it. Everything is so boring and dull, but that's exactly why about it. A real problem, the sound during calls. Sometimes I hear a weird white noise, not always, maybe 2 out of 10 calls, but still that's 20% and that's annoying, especially if it's an important call. Signal is fine though, works great on 4G and even 2G, didn't see any 3G band active though. The battery holds up pretty well for a phone, but pretty bad for an e-ink device. It lasts almost 4 days with 2 hours of screen time per day. I use this phone for mail, busy day, Reddit and WhatsApp. Besides a few lock screen glitches, it works actually well. The cameras and the speaker are a massive downgrade. The main one is a 13 megapixel, the front is a 5 megapixel. It's okay for sending quick photos to someone, but that's it. The video quality is actually really bad. For example, this phone right here records 1080p at 30 frames per second and it's made last year. This phone right here, it's made in 2016 and it records 4K on 30 frames per second, but it's still 4K, or 1080p at 60 frames per second. And this is a premium device from 9 years ago, and this is a normal device from 1 year ago. But of course, I can't really compare these things because this is made for this, to take pictures, to actually enjoy the features that you have. This is not made to take pictures, but you can thank to have a camera, because for an ink device to have two cameras, that's still a great thing, even if the cameras are bad. The 13 megapixel and the 5 megapixel, it's that combination that was on almost every phone from around 2015, I think. The speakers are really bad. You can hear the voice clearly, but that's all. No mids, no bass, just highs and a low volume actually. This phone that is from 2016 and it has the components from a phone that is made in 2013, and that phone has the components from a phone that is made on 2012. It just sounds louder and better. The speaker really needs an improvement and it's a really bad thing on this phone. Even if the 7 days are over, I will keep using this device. Yep, stupid, I know. Why would anyone downgrade for a Pro Max to this? Well, it's kinda simple. Utility. For example, on day 2 I was waiting in the car for someone. Normally when I'm waiting and don't do really anything, I open my phone and then start scrolling just to pass the time. But now I don't really feel like watching laggy 20 frames per second scrolling, even if I have Facebook on it for the marketplace. I don't really feel using it that much because the screen is just so bad for this kind of stuff. And that's great because when I was waiting in the car, instead of staying on social media for like 5 minutes, I opened a book and read 2 pages. I mean, what the fuck? Who does this? And apparently I did. It's July 18 when I am making this video and I already started my 3rd book this month. Just because this device limits me so much, I have no other choice. Why do I limit myself? Because I can't really control me otherwise. If you will give me a Pixel 9 XL maybe, or maybe the latest iPad or a Windows machine, I actually sold my Windows gaming rig just to buy a shitty ass MacBook just to be a bit more productive, and it works. I am doing more on this thing and that's why I will keep using this phone. The only reason to buy a Bigme is if you want well, I can't really call this a dumb phone, it's still an octa-core processor, but if you want a phone with a smart features and a Kindle-like e-screen, it's perfect. And no, I won't install banking apps on this thing. I have WhatsApp now, but no banking apps, I don't want that. There is also a new version, apparently the Bigme HiBreak Pro, which fixes a lot of these problems, but it's like super expensive anyways. So yeah,